What's going on, guys? It's Bryson Fitzgerald. I'm back in the video. In today's video, we are ranking all of the tracks on Drake's new album, For All the Dogs. I'm going to go through all the tracks in chronological order. I'm not going to waste you guys' time. We're going to hop right into that bay. Before we do that, make sure you like, subscribe, show some support in the channel. We've been growing recently, and I greatly appreciate the support. But let's get into this. So as you can see here, I got the track list here in chronological order. So we're going to start out. This first track here, Virginia Beach, the intro, which samples an unreleased Frank Ocean song. Now, this is a great intro. All right, it's I don't know how it stands, you know, in the whole Drake intro, what's his best intro, but it's pretty good. It doesn't quite blow me away. I really do love the way that Drake flipped that sample on here. It sounded great, and this was a good callback for Frank Ocean fans, of course. But it's not one of my favorite songs in the album, but it's still pretty good. I'm gonna put this up in A. Next, we have Amen featuring Teezo Touchdown. Teezo Touchdown's been on a roll with his album, all these features. He's opening up for Travis Scott on tour. Shit has been crazy for Teezo, but this song is pretty good. As far as Teezo as an artist, I like Teezo. I liked his last album. There were a lot of songs on that album I wasn't feeling it, but there was also a good amount I was feeling as well. I think this feature was perfect for this. I don't really have that many complaints with the track. It's a nice, good feeling track. I'll put this in A. I'll put this in A as well. Next, we have Calling For You featuring 21 Savage. Now, of course, Drake had to have 21 on the album. It would not be a Drake album without 21 featured. And I did enjoy this song. A little bit of a different beat, but I really enjoy this beat, actually. I have a problem with the song in being that it's too long, and that little intermission of the phone call is excessive. It's funny. It's cool to listen to, like, once or twice, but, like, it does get in the way of the song, in my opinion. I wish it was just Drake and 21 back-to-back. I think that would be fire, but it's still a good song, and I'm gonna put it in A as well. That's how I'm feeling on it. Don't worry, we'll get critical later. Don't worry. Next, we have Fear of Heights. Now, wow, the intro to this is nice, mellow, and then he just goes the fuck in. One of Drake's hardest songs in recent memory, in my opinion. I absolutely love this one. It actually slaps. You know, get that Rihanna reference in the intro as well. I'm fucking with it. S tier. Come on, S tier. Next, we have Daylight. Now, fuck. Shit is crazy. I mean, this is top 3 in the album for me, I think. I don't know. This album is pretty good. There's some high highs, and there's some lowish lows, but this song is crazy, and of course, you have Adonis on the back half, spitting the hardest verse fucking ever. Adonis for 2024 XXL preschool class. This shit is hard. S tier. Let's get it. Next, we have First Person Shooter featuring Jermaine Cole, J. Cole on it. Now, this is their first collab in 10 years. Wow. Might be my favorite song in the album. Might be. It really might be, because this shit actually fucking slaps. I mean, my only critique is that I wish Cole had rapped on that back half instrumental, but regardless, the verse that Drizzy gave us on that was crazy, and just hearing them go back and forth is fucking hard. This shit is bigger than the Super Bowl, like they said. S tier, baby. S tier. Next, we have I Don't Give a Fuck featuring Yeat. Holy shit, the Yeat and Drake collab has finally come to fruition. After years of teasing and cosigns, we finally got it, and it's kind of funny because this song is actually from like 2 years ago. I believe it was an unreleased or a SoundCloud. I don't know. I've heard parts of this song before, I'm pretty sure. Regardless, it slaps, and I actually really like the way Drake came in on this, and I wasn't a fan of the intro. You know, it has that like 1 minute intro in the beginning of the song. I wasn't a fan of that in the beginning, but now I kind of fucking love it. I kind of love it. It builds up to this like monumentum, like fucking slap in the face. I'm giving this one S tier as well. I'm giving it S tier as well. Next, we have 7969 Santa. This shit's funny. It's hard. I really like the Chief Keef sample in here. I really like Snoop Dogg on the back half of the track with the little intermission epilogue. Shit was hard. It doesn't quite blow me away like some of the other tracks on here, but it is still one of my more favorited songs on here. I'm gonna put it up in A, I feel like. Next, we have Slime You Out featuring SZA, single to the album. Now, fucking fly, fucking bitch ass hoe. Now, I do like this song. It doesn't blow me away, though. In the context of the album, I think it fits a lot, but it's not quite blowing me away crazy. I'm going to put it in B, I feel. I'm going to put it in B. Next, we have Bahamas Promises. Now, this is beginning, or I guess really Slime You Out was beginning, the more R&B section of the album. That little middle section is pretty R&B, and this is where some of the weaker tracks are now. I love Drake and his singing bag. He can do his thing, and I'll speak on that. But for this track, I think it's one of the better ones in this stretch, but it's a little boring. And that's my gripe with this album and as a whole, is this little middle section, the R&B cuts, is a little boring. It is. I'm feeling like a B on it. I'm sorry. I saw hella love for that song. I'm sorry. Next, we have Tried Our Best, which is an R&B cut I wasn't feeling. I'm gonna just be honest. I can't be bothered. I can't be bothered with this track. It is what it is. It's not horrible though. Like, there really aren't horrible tracks on this album, but it is what it is. I'm gonna put it up in C. Next we have Screw the World, Interlude. Now this is kind of cheating. It is an interlude and it's DJ Screw with a little freestyle on here. Rest in peace, of course. But it kind of goes though. I'm not gonna lie. I feel weird kind of comparing it to the rest of the tracks because of the nature of the track. Drake's not even on it. However, it's on the album. It's not a skit, so we're including it. Kind of fucking fire. A. I'm gonna put it A. It's not quite S because, you know, it is a rough, you know, interlude. You know, obviously this was some scrapped work back from he was alive. Rest in peace, like I said. So it is what it is. Next we have A Picasso, another R&B cut that I can't be bothered with. I can't. I'm sorry. I think it's a little boring as well. For tracks like this, I don't even know where to get into like why I don't like them. It's just like boring. Boring is what I got for it. C. I'll put it as C. I'm not going to be too harsh with the D tier. Next, we have Members Only featuring PARTYNEXTDOOR. PARTYNEXTDOOR finally made it out the OVO sweatshop basement. Let's fucking go. This feature, this little link up for them for the first time in 3 years now, fire. One of my favorite tracks on here, but as far as the R&B cuts, it's my favorite. It's my favorite. It's right up there with Slime You Out, I think, so I'll put it in B. It's not crazy though. It's just a little boring is all. That stretch of the album is a little boring, but it's okay because we are getting out of that stretch of the album right now. What would Pluto do? I absolutely love this song. It does remind me of Jumbotron Shit Poppin', but regardless, I like it. The Lil Yachty ad-libs on here are pretty fire, and it has a bounce to it. I'm not complaining about this. I'm gonna put it up in A. I like this song. This is a good song. Next we have All the Parties featuring Chief Keef, and I didn't like the song at first, I'm not gonna lie. I thought the Chief Keef hook was whatever. I didn't really like Drake singing on here, but the more I listen to it, the more it's infectious. This is like classic Drake to me. I don't know why. I really like this song. This shit is really fucking good. S tier, baby. S tier. Next we have 8 AM in Charlotte, and you guys heard the song. Conductor, we have a problem indeed, because Drake snapped on this shit. Oh my god, the single for the day before the album came out, I fucking love it. The best lyricism on the whole album, one of the best instrumentals on the whole album, courtesy of Conductor Williams. Shout out the GOAT. Yeah, S tier. S tier. Now we have BBL Love Interlude. D. Sorry. Next we have Gently, featuring Bad Bunny. Now, okay, Drake's rapping in Spanish in here. Bad Bunny's kind of rapping on here. And A, I don't speak Spanish, but it kind of goes, all right? It's not my favorite, you know, but the beat's cool, and they're kind of spitting on here. I don't know what the fuck they're saying, but it sounds cool, and I'm with it. But not completely with it, because it doesn't quite woo me, you know, like these other tracks. But I'll put it in B, I think. B is a good place for it. That's how I feel. Next ever, Rich Baby Daddy featuring Sexyy, Red, and SZA. Peak. People hate this song. I don't care. It's one of my favorites on here. I'm just gonna throw a Red up an S right now because that hook is hard. I don't give a fuck what y'all say. Sexyy Red killed that shit. Maybe she didn't need a verse because her verse also was like 10 seconds long. SZA killed it on here. Drake killed it. Oh, it's a great song. It's a great song. Next we have Another Late Night featuring Lil Yachty. I said on Twitter this is my favorite song in the album, and I also said in this video that the J. Cole song might be my favorite song in the album, but fuck, I don't know. Regardless, you know where I'm putting it, because this has that like nice, happy, upbeat feel, and Yachty's snapping on here. Drake is sliding on here as well, holding his own on here, because this is more a Yachty style track. Flawless. S tier, baby. S tier. Next we have Away From Home, which is one of the more introspective tracks on here of Drake, kind of rapping about like his life, this in general, and you know, the growing pains with celebrity fame and money, and kind of his place in the industry and his career and his mental. And I really like hearing this side of Drake. You know, we know Drake is one of the most famous and rich and popular people in existence in human history, and I really like hearing his thoughts and like about that, and this was a great track for that. So that's S. That's S for me. Next we have Polar Opposites, the outro to the album. I'ma say it again, this shit's boring. I'm sorry. I don't think it's horrible though. I don't think it's quite BBL Love Interlude level, but I'll put it up as C. I think C, it fits right there with those other R&B tracks. That's how I'm feeling on it. And looking at this tier list here, I don't have any problems with this. Now, I know people are gonna have problems with this, especially because I kind of shitted on the R&B section of this album, but hey, I'm staying true to how I feel. Can't nobody fuck with me or change my opinion on some shit unless they bring up some good points and I find a different perspective. But my point is here, this is how I feel. This is my true opinion, and I have no problems with the tier list I have here. So if you guys want to make your own tier list, linked in the description down below. Make a tier list, tweet it out on me on my Twitter. It's also linked down there too. And if you guys enjoyed watching, make sure you subscribe to the bell so you don't miss any videos, updates, anything like that. Go in the description, follow my TikTok, my Spotify, my Twitter, my Instagram, get that weekly updated new music Friday playlist, and join my Discord down there too. And yeah, it's been Bryce. Peace.
Come up with the hot shit, all they do is talk shit. You can never stop it, boy, just stop. High-end drunk, all that HD vision. All these other motherfuckers full of indecision. These are going through your city like drug money. Made a meal off rap, fuck drug money. And now you hit me like I got you whatever you need. But deep down,